afternoon, ladies. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Eagles Nest. Today we will have your Lady Running Eagles taking on Blue Mountain University out of Mississippi. My name is Jasmine Charles, and I will be the play-by-play commentator for you today. And let's go ahead and get started with the starting five. Starting for Blue Mountain Christian, number 5, Kristen Guy. Number 11, Charnita Brooks. Number 22, Isabella Carlson. Number 24, Rebecca Walter. And number 45, Maddie Kirk. And starting in today's game for your Life University Running Eagles, graduate guard from Stafford, Virginia, number 2, Micaiah Simmons. Junior forward for Thompson, Georgia, number 6, Kenya Robinson. Senior guard from Buford, Georgia, number 14, Sarah Vitti. Freshman guard from Moreno Valley, California, number 23, Anaya Offit. And senior guard from Augusta, Georgia, number 25, Brianna Sims. And your Lady Running Eagles are coached by head coach Ashanti Hawkins, assistant coach Lorenzo Dawkins. And Life University enters today's game with a 4-3 overall record, as they are coming off of a win after defeating Cumberland University on Wednesday evening, 58-47. And Blue Mountain Christian enters today's game 6-2 overall record. With their last 2 games being wins against Faulkner out of Alabama and Point University. And Blue Mountain will start with the basketball. Quick 3-point attempt there by Guy, and that one was off the mark. Simmons now pushing in transition, gets it up to Offit. Offit trying to hit Robinson at the high post area, and she gets it back out to Simmons. Simmons coming off the high ball screen action with Robinson. Pass to the corner to Offit. Freshman guard who had a very good game last game. Ball stolen as it was inside to Robinson. This time by Carlson. Carlson gets it over to number 11, Brooks, and she's able to drive in baseline, and she's going to get fouled. And that foul is going to be on number 14, Sarah Vitti, her first. And that's going to be the first points of the game from the free throw line from number 11, Charnita Brooks. 2 for 2 from Brooks to start the ball game. Spoke with Coach Hawkins before the game, and one of the biggest things that she wants to make sure her team does is really execute on the offense with their plays, as that was a good attack there from freshman guard Offit. Couldn't lay it in. Robinson got the offensive rebound, but got it blocked, and she tried to save it but went out of bounds with it, so it's going to go back to Blue Mountain. But Coach Hawkins just really wants her team to execute on the offensive end and really sit down and bring the high intensity that they did in the second half against Cumberland University on the defensive end. She really knows that winning these early conference games is going to be big later into the season. And right there we see that the ball gets deflected out of bounds by number 6, Robinson. It's going to be 13 on the shot clock, and Blue Mountain still has possession. Ball inbounded to Carlson, looking to come off the high ball screen action with Walter, and Carlson deep 3 action, and that one's short. Vitti able to secure it and find Simmons out in transition. Simmons over to Sims. Sims skip past to Offit. Offit trying to rip and drive baseline, and she travels. So another quick possession and no score there for Life University. Carlson looking to get the ball inside to Walter, but skips it over to Brooks. Brooks for three, and that one's hard off the back iron. Simmons coming up with it, and now it's a 2-on-2, 3-on-2 situation. Skips it out to Sims, almost lost it, and she tried to save it, but Brooks comes up with that, and now she pushes in transition. And we're going to have a blocking foul here on number 2, Micaiah Simmons. So that's going to send Brooks back to the free throw line. Two for two from Brooks, and she's 4 for 4 from the free throw line to start the ball game. And Robinson getting fouled as she was fighting for those offensive rebounds, and that foul is going to be on number 24, Rebecca Walter, and that's going to send Kenya Robinson to the free throw line for 2. And into the ball game, number 24, Casey Scott. And first free throw off the mark there for Robinson. And she's able to connect with the second one, so first points there for Life. Kirk with the ball up top, gets it over to Guy. Guy looking to attack downhill, back out to Kirk, almost stolen, but Brooks recovers it. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Brooks attacks, off the mark, offensive rebound by Walter, and Offit able to recover it after ball got hit out. And Nia Offit goes up and blocked by Maddie Kirk. Guy now pushing in transition. Swings it over to Brooks, back to Guy. And we have a travel as Guy was trying to rip and drive baseline. Simmons now getting her team set up on the half-court offense. Gets it over to Offit. Offit swings it short corner to Robinson. Robinson back over to Simmons. Simmons back up top to Offit. Swings it to Sims. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Sims looking to attack, and the ball's ripped away by Brooks, but it's going to remain Life basketball with 6 on the shot clock. Ball gets inbounded to Robinson. 5 seconds on the clock. Robinson looking to go to work. And she does get fouled as she tries to spin back baseline. And that foul is going to be on number 24, Rebecca Walter. Into the ball game for Blue Mountain, number 4, Deja Pryor. And number 42, Mackenzie Williams. And 1 or 2 there from Robinson. 4-2, all points so far in this first quarter for both teams coming from the free throw line. Get the ball inside off of the pick and roll to Williams, and she kicks it back out to Guy, the lefty, and that one's off the mark. Off it, over to Sims. Sims, jab step, comebacks, and she's able to knock down first field goal made here of the ball game for both teams, and that one by number 25, Brianna Sims. Carlson looking to attack. Comes off the high ball screen action. Gets it over to Guy. Guy looking inside to Williams. Back up top to Kirk. Kirk now trying to attack down the lane line and back out to Guy, and that one's going to be short. An air ball on the mark there. And into the ball game, number 10, Chloe Vaughn. And Blue Mountain going into a, looks more like a 2-3, but then they switched into a man. Quick short jumper there by Robinson. And Kirk throws it off of her leg, so it's going to be Blue Mountain basketball. And back into the ballgame, number 11, Brooks. Kirk with the ball on the right wing and tries to hit the cutter Carlson, and ball got tipped out by Vaughn. Carlson inbounds to Brooks. Brooks letting it fly from behind the arc, and another three. That's going to be an air ball there, but Scott trying to secure that defensive rebound, and she steps on the line, so ball's going to go right back to Blue Mountain. First media timeout, score is 4-4 with a little under 5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. A little bit of a slow start as far as field goal percentage here for both teams, as there's only been one field goal made here, and that was by number 25, Brianna Sims. Halfway through the first quarter. And into today's game, one thing for you all to keep in mind, for Blue Mountain, they are definitely going to let the three-pointer fly, averaging about 22 three-point attempts a game, but only making about 8 of those. As well as they do a phenomenal job of getting downhill to the free throw line in transition. They average about 10 steals a game, so really trying to use their active hands and high-pressure defense in order to allow their defense to transition into their offense for quick steals, quick layups. And right now getting about 20 points off of those turnovers. So Life has to do a great job on the offensive end, taking care of the basketball, slowing things down, having good ball movement as they did against Cumberland University in their last game, in order to pull out a win here against Blue Mountain. And a quick jumper there, as that's the first field goal made by Blue Mountain, and that one again by Charnita Brooks, who has all 6 points here in the first quarter. High post entry pass to Scott. Scott hands off to Vaughn. Vaughn tries to go up, and that one's short. Carlson rebounding and now pushing in transition, coming off the high ball screen action with Williams. Looks for the roll, but skips it over to Pryor. Pryor inside to Williams. Good hands there by Williams. Although she caught it, she traveled, moving her feet as she was trying to adjust. And that's going to be a turnover there. Into the ball game now for Blue Mountain, number 12, Tanasha Lathan. And also in for Life University, number 22, Brianna Pope. Scott out to Sims, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Sims coming off the high ball screen with Pope, and Sims goes up strong, and she's going to get fouled. And that foul's on number 42, Mackenzie Williams. And this is going to send Brianna Sims to the line now for 2. 1 of 2 from Sims. Ball over to Pryor on the right wing. Tries to get it inside to Williams, but stolen away by Pope. Vaughn now pushing and kicks it out to Sims on the right wing. Sims attacking, and she's able to draw another foul, this one here on the floor. And that foul is on number 11, Charnita Brooks. Ball inbounded to Scott. Up top to Simmons, and Vaughn gets the ball back. Tried to pump fake and go around, but shuffled her feet there a little bit, so it's going to be another turnover for Life University. Williams and Pope fighting down low, and it's going to turn into a foul against number 22, Brianna Pope. As a defensive player, you want to make sure that you release and then work around, just trying to body against another post player on the block is just allowing them to feel you, and it just allows them to keep position in front of you on the block. So in that possession, Pope doing a better job of allowing Williams to catch it in front, and then she released, and that time she was able to get a block as Williams tried to turn in. Pope now trying to let it fly, and that one's no good for the mid-range jumper. Brooks now with the ball on the left wing, gets it up top to Pryor. Pryor coming out the high ball screen action with Williams. Pick and pop with Williams. Williams throwing it away. A lot of turnovers here early for both teams. With both teams right now with 5 turnovers each. And a lot of them just being unforced, as they're just trying to move too quickly and just not making sharp, crisp passes to their teammates. Ball inside to Pope. Pope going to work. And Brianna Pope with a nice jab step finishing left against McKinsey Williams for 2. And that point there allows them to regain the lead 7-6. A little over 2 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. Carlson, and she knocks down the jumper. Blue Mountain back up 1. Sims now putting it on the floor, trying to attack, pulls it back out. High post entry pass to Pope, over to Offit. Offit now attacking, bounce pass into Pope. Pope tries to go up and instead steps out of bounds. And into the ball game, number 8, Zasia Knight. And in for Blue Mountain, number 3, Mia Jones. Brooks with the ball on the left wing. Gets it up top to Jones. Jones over to Pryor. Back up top. Back over to Jones, looking to fire away. Finds Carlson, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Carlson gets it down to the block to Pryor. Back out to Carlson, 5 on the shot clock. And almost stolen away there by Offit, 3 seconds. And now into the ball game, number 1, Dionese Hurtado. Ball inbounded to Brooks, 2 seconds, and she attacks all the way downhill, and Brooks able to get the lay-in for 2. That's the last thing you want on a defensive possession when you've worked hard for 27 seconds, and then for the last 3 seconds you allow a last-second shot to fall in, especially with it being a layup. You cannot allow an easy 2 like that. when you've worked so hard for 27 seconds. Ball over to Jones on the right wing. Gets it up top to Lathan. Over to Brooks on the left wing. 52 seconds left to go here in the quarter. Pryor for three. And she's able to connect. Scott handoff with Offit. Almost lost it. Offit now attacking down the middle of the lane. And she gets fouled and one. Anaya Offit connecting there on that mid-range pull-up, and she gets fouled. And that foul's on number 11, Charnita Brooks. That'll be her second. And into the ball game, number 10, Chloe Vaughn. And in for Blue Mountain, number 15, Catherine Eccles. And number 5, Kristen Guy. And Offit converts the three-point play. 30 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. 13-10. Blue Mountain leading the way by 3. Guy gets it over to Jones. Jones ripping through. Looks like she made connection with Scott in the face, but no call. But a steal and transition push, and Offit able to finish the transition too. 5 seconds left to go on the ball in the quarter. Pryor looking to fire away, and she does, and that one's short. 13-12. Life with a 6-0 run there to end the quarter, with Blue Mountain still up 1. The next game for your Lady Running Eagles will be Tuesday, November 26th, right before the Thanksgiving break. And they will take on Southeastern University back here at home. And then following that game, right after Thanksgiving break, they'll be back at home again against Talladega College, and that'll be on November 30th at 2 p.m. Your men's team will be gearing up to play immediately following the women's game today, as they also take on Blue Mountain University here. Life University will start out with the ball in the second quarter. Ball over to Hurtado. Inside to Robinson from Vaughn. Robinson looking to find a teammate. Finally finds Hurtado. And a lot of unforced turnovers for Life University already starting with the first possession of the second quarter. And into the ball game for Blue Mountain Blue Mountain Christian is going to be number 14, Lindsay Murr. The guy with the ball up top swings it over to Eccles. Eccles to Murr. Murr for 3, no good. Vaughn getting it across and is going to get something set up on the half-court offense. Hurtado swings it to Knight. Knight over to Offit. Offit inside to Robinson. Robinson looking to attack, skips it out to Vaughn. Vaughn now baseline runner, and that one's no good. Guy kind of fell down, but somehow Jones was able to come up with it. Guy now on the attack. And we have an offensive foul. And this one's going to be on number 3, Mia Jones, as she was setting an illegal screen for Kristen Guy to attack downhill. Back into the ballgame, number 2, Micaiah Simmons. Hand off to Offit. Sims now on the attack. No good. Murr coming up with a strong defensive rebound there as Robinson was crashing in hard for an offensive rebound. Guy now attack. Looks like she got away with a travel there. Gets her own rebound, but Robinson coming up with it. Coach Hawkins trying to tell her team to push, that they have numbers. And another turnover. For Life University, another lost possession. Guy over to Jones. Jones gets it over to Eccles. Eccles back to Guy, 15 on the shot clock. Jones to Pryor, who's hit the one and only 3 for them today. Pryor out to Eccles for 3, and she connects from behind the arc, Catherine Eccles. Great pass there from Deja Pryor as she drove downhill and was able to draw in that defense, which left Eccles wide open in the corner 3, and she was able to knock that down. Couple of offensive rebounds there and extra possessions for Life, but they cannot convert to any points on that possession. Ball over to Pryor on the left corner, and she fires away. No good. And we have an offensive rebound and an offensive foul as Kenya Robinson was trying to go up the court, and as number 14, Lindsey Murr, reached in, Robinson extending her arms for an automatic offensive foul. So back into the ballgame, number 24, Casey Scott, and number 14, Sarah Vitti, and also back into the ballgame from Blue Mountain, number 24, Rebecca Walter, who was sitting out early in the first quarter because she picked up 2 early fouls. Murr back to Guy. Guy for 3. Kristen Guy knocking it down. And Blue Mountain starting to come alive from behind the arc here in the second quarter. Again, they average over 22 3-point attempts per ball game. And they only average about making 8 threes, and already 3 threes made here in the second quarter. So they are going to let them fly. They don't matter. It does not matter if someone has a hand in the face. You have to force them to put the ball on the floor. But then that's where the help side has to come into play. And then that last possession where Eccles hit the 3, you can't have help side from the ball side coming in. Anytime that you have that, it's a quick, easy kick out for a wide open 3 on ball side. Anytime someone drives that baseline, you want to have backside help slide over. That way, it's a longer skip pass out, and you have time to recover for a 3-point attempt. The biggest thing so far here in just the first half that's just been a struggle for Life University has just been the unforced turnovers, whether it's been traveling violations or bad passes to their teammates. A lot of these at least have become dead ball situations, which have not easily converted to fast break points for Blue Mountain. But Blue Mountain has still been able to score 9 points off of these turnovers and get lost possessions for Life University. Offit up top to Scott. Scott handoff to Sims. Sims out to Offit. Offit now drives baseline. Didn't have anything, pulls back out to Sims. Sims floater. Brianna Sims, nice controlled shot right there as she attacked down the middle of the lane through the gap, and she lays that one in for 2. 19-14, Blue Mountain leading the way by 5 with a little over 6 minutes left to go here in the first half. And almost a steal here by Sims. Great hustle. And she's able to allow that to become another possession for Life University. Brianna Sims really picking up her energy here in the second quarter, trying to get her teammates on board with her. Scott over to Sims. Sims up top to Vitti. Vitti hand off to Simmons. Simmons now downhill. Out to Scott for 3. That one rimming in and out. And the ball's going to get hit out of bounds by number 14, Vitti. Great ball movement there. Great shot from Scott. Just didn't fall. But that's the kind of ball movement that Coach Hawkins is wanting her team to do every possession down the floor. And it looks like there was just a possible injury for number 4 Pryor, so she had to come out of the ball game quickly. But another turnover there for Blue Mountain, and Brooks back into the game, and she has 2, so she has to play smart here on the defensive end, and that's going to be her 3rd, which is not a good pickup for Charnita Brooks. Brooks currently the 3rd leading scorer here for them, and she's done a great job. She was the person to score the first 6 points for Blue Mountain here today. So having her out is definitely going to hurt them a little bit on the offensive end. And Vitti now looking to attack, and that one's short. Carlson pushing in transition. And she tried to hit Murr on the backside, but stolen away by Sims. Sims up top to Offit, inside to Scott. Scott almost loses it, but gets it out to Sims. .13 on the shot clock. Bree now going downhill. No, knocked away and stolen. Murr now in transition, and that knocked away by Scott. Carlson coming off the high ball screen with Walter. Gets it over to Murr. Murr to Eccles. Eccles to Walter, and almost stolen away, but gets it to Carlson. 10 seconds left to go. Murr now, mid-range pull-up, no good, and a strong defensive rebound by Offit. Offit up to Sims. Brianna Sims going to work here in the second quarter. (19-16), Blue Mountain still up by 3. Walter over to Guy. Inside to Walter. And we got 3 seconds. And you can just see the defensive intensity picking up here in the second quarter for Life University, and into the ballgame number 34, Kaden McCorvey. Offit up top to Scott. Scott over to Sims. Sims hands off to Simmons. Inside to McCorvey. And McCorvey gets it stripped away by Murr. by Kirk. Ball inside to Walter. Rebecca Walter going to work. Nice turnaround baseline, and that one wouldn't fall, but we have a foul this time on number 45, Maddie Kirk. Offit just lost the ball out of bounds. Quick turnover here, but after I spoke with her after the last game against Cumberland, you know, I asked her, like, what makes you have energy on defense? And she said, you know, it's one of those things I just really dig into it. I don't want to allow the person I'm guarding to score. And she said, even if you make a turnover on the offensive end, it's just knowing that you can go back on the defensive end and just make up for it. But that was a nice possession there by Blue Mountain, and a three by number 5, Kristen Guy. And a quick transition two there from Micaiah Simmons, and she's starting to come alive here in the second quarter. 22-18, 2.5 minutes left to go here in the first half. Ball inside to Walter. No good, but offensive rebound, Rebecca Walter, and she went up there and got that one. Strong rebound there by Walter. Offit for three, no good. And great hustle there from Simmons as her and Guy were battling for that offensive rebound, but it's going to remain Life basketball. 22 on the shot clock, and back into the ballgame, number 8, Zasia Knight. Ball inside to Sims. Sims kicks it out to McCorvey. Zasia Knight now driving baseline, swings it. Quick ball movement there. Now Sims going to work out to Scott. Scott for three. It connects. Casey Scott from behind the arc. Great possession there from Life University. A lot of penetrating kick, finding the open person. And that's how you get a wide open three from a great shooter. 24-21. Life still trailing by 3. Kirk with the ball up top, looking inside to Walters. She gets it to her. Walters step through, and that one's short. Now Simmons in transition, and she couldn't get the reverse. Guy now pushing. And we have a block, so it's going to be an and one. Strong take there by Kristen Guy. And she's able to now convert that for a three-point play. And that was a good try there by number 24, Casey Scott. Looked like she had position, but she might have turned her body just a little bit there at the end. It's going to get called for a blocking foul. But that one was a very close one to call. Kind of wish we had a little bit of replay action just to see that one. It's moments, those kind of momentous plays throughout the ball game that you just hope don't allow things to get carried away. It should be only one free throw as she made the basket. I think the refs forgot that she made the basket, so it should have only been one free throw, not two. So the ball should have been in play after that free throw. So I'm assuming it may have to go into a jump ball or possession arrow situation here. So I believe they're just going to give Guy They're going to give Blue Mountain the points for the make on the possession, but because they did not allow the play to continue, they're going to give possession arrow, as I mentioned earlier, to Blue Mountain. So in this situation, it's just one of those where Life University just has to make sure that they bear down and play solid defense. Don't allow any makes here in this possession, as this can be a quick turn of events and go from a 2-point play to now a 4 or 5 point play. Coach Hawkins gets a better understanding. A better understanding from the refs on this. So now Blue Mountain getting the 32nd possession here. And almost stolen away there by Knight off the inbound. Ball inbounded to Kirk. And Kirk now getting an and one. And this foul is going to be on number 34, Kaden McCorvey. So that's going to send Maddie Kirk now to the free throw line to convert for a 3-point play. One free throw here and hopefully into play action, and she misses. 28-21, a little over a minute left to go here in the second quarter. A little bit of unfortunate turn of events for Life University, but they still have plenty of time to reduce the margin, and they just have to play through it. And that's the only thing you can do in situations like that. Just don't allow it to overcome you emotionally, and you just have to play good offense and good defense for the remainder of the half, and then come out in the second half and continue that. Pope, and that one's off the mark. 40 seconds left to go here in the first half. And Guy has the ball, gets a high post pass to Walter. Walter over to Kirk. Flare action to Guy, and then Guy coming out the high ball screen action. Walter, Guy, spin move blocked by Zasia Knight. Guy still recovers and gets out of Carlson. Carlson kicks to Eccles for three, and Eccles connecting from behind the arc. 15 on the shot, 15 left. Game clock and shot clock. 5 seconds, Simmons with the ball, gets it over to Vidi. Vidi now attacking. And we're gonna have a foul on the floor. And that's only gonna be the 4th team foul. So Life will take the ball out underneath. And they have almost 2 seconds to get a shot off. Have to have good screen action here. And Vidi letting it fly. Vidi knocking down the end of the half three. 31-24. To end the first half, and Blue Mountain still leading the way here by 7. And a little bit of unfortunate turn of events there, a little bit late in the half. But Life has done a great job so far with the ball movement on the offensive end. Right now, have not really shot many threes from behind the arc. Only 2 of 3 from behind the arc today. Normally, they're taking more threes than that, so I'm happy to see a lot of the ball movement and them attacking, getting downhill to the free throw line. Both teams right now tied up when it comes to rebounding. Normally, Blue Mountain has a +5 margin on the rebounds as they average about 38 rebounds per game. Although the score does not really reflect it for the most part, these teams are pretty matched up, even on almost every category. But the part where Blue Mountain College has been able to come out and just make a difference has been the points off of turnovers. Already with 12 points off of the turnovers, and Life with 10 turnovers so far here in the first half. Make sure you guys stick with us after the women's game, as the men will come on the court to play immediately following. And again, my name is Jasmine Charles, and I will be back with you guys at the start of the second half. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and get started here in the second half. A reminder, the score is 31-24. Blue Mountain Christian leading the way here by 7. But a great last-second shot there by number 14, Sarah Vitti, to close that gap a little bit there as they were trailing by 10. And Life will start with the ball. We'll start the second half. Simmons coming off the double screen, and she gets the ball inside of Robinson. That's blocked away by Walter. Guy now coming off the high ball screen action. Swings it over to Walter. Then over to Kirk. Kirk letting it fly. And that one way off the mark there from behind the arc. Simmons now pushing transition, trying to find Vitti, but a little bit too far of a pass. Guy now looking to attack, and she gets it over to Carlson. Carlson looking inside to Walter, and that pass a little too far as well, as she was trying to lead her to the basket, but went out of bounds. Simmons fakes the handoff, drives baseline, and she's able to go for the reverse and gets called for a foul as she goes up. And that foul's on number 22, Isabella Carlson. Simmons knocking down the free throw, and that'll be the first point of the second half. Two for two for Simmons. Lead now cut down to 5. Guy swings up top to Kirk. Kirk now again going inside, but this time stolen away by Simmons, who was there on the help side. Simmons up to Offit. Offit jump stop pump fake, and she's able to draw a foul as well. That foul's on number 45, Maddie Kirk. Oh for 2 there from Offit. Not able to convert those into points. Guy looking to get the ball inside to Walter. Robinson and Walter fighting for position there on the block. And Robinson looking to work to get in front. And now it's going into a high ball screen action with Guy and Walter. Guy. And we got a charge. Anaya Offit stepping in on the help side, and that's going to be another foul called on number 5, Kristen Guy. Sims on the attack, and ball gets stripped away by Carlson. 3-on-1, Carlson over to Kirk. Vitti doing a great job walling up. And she was able to come down with that defensive rebound, but it's going to turn into a jump ball. Ball gets inbounded into Walter. Hand off to Carlson. Carlson for three. And Isabella Carlson, plenty of time to knock down that three-pointer as Simmons got caught behind the screen of Walter. Vitti for three. And that one hard off the back of the rim, but an offensive rebound by Sims, keeping it alive. Ball inside to Robinson, gets digged in by Carlson, and she gets it out to Sims. Sims goes up for the floater, couldn't make it, but offensive rebound, Kenya Robinson staying with it, 34-28. Guy now on the attack, floater. Couldn't get that one in, but offensive rebound, Walter. Brown to Sims on the attack. Skips it out to Simmons. Simmons, step back. And that one won't fall. Rebound by Maddie Kirk. And Maddie Kirk now in transition. Tries to go, and she's able to convert the foul. And that foul's on number 23, Anaya Offit. Into the ball game for Life is going to be number 24, Casey Scott. And in for Blue Mountain Christian, number 42, Mackenzie Williams. One or two there from Kirk. Simmons, and that one rolling in. A nice shooter roll there from Micaiah Simmons from the mid-range pull-up. Carlson, high post entry pass to Guy. Guy, step back mid-range, no good. Defensive rebound, Scott. Scott, hand off to Sims. Sims stepping through. Looked good, but couldn't get that one to finish. And we got a defensive rebound by Mackenzie Williams, but it turned into a jump ball there between Williams and Robinson. Ball inbounded to Simmons. Simmons now coming out the high ball screen action. Floater, Micaiah Simmons coming alive here in the second half, 35-33. Life now has cut that lead for Blue Mountain down to 2. Halfway through the third quarter. Kristen Guy gets it over to Kirk. Kirk finds the backdoor Eccles. Eccles kicks it out to Carlson, who knocked down the last 3. Carlson gets the ball down low to Williams, but knocked away by great pressure there from Brianna Sims. 2 seconds left on the shot clock here for Blue Mountain. We'll go into a media timeout, 35-33. And Life has done an amazing job of cutting that lead down, as they were down 8 and now only down 3, even with the big 3 there from Carlson. And this matchup is one that has been happening for the last few years. And last year, just to give you all a little bit of a history of these two teams. Life was able to defeat Blue Mountain in their first matchup, and that was early in November of last season, and then turned around and lost to Blue Mountain as they had their next matchup in January. So team splitting last year for the season. That first win for Life University, 74-63, so only winning by 11, and then turning around and losing by 8 in January. Coaches are just wanting to make sure that everything is aligned, I think, with players and fouls possibly, as they're just checking to make sure everything is aligned and everything is correct in the scorebook before we continue. I think now they are just checking the score, as I think they believe the score should be 31-35 rather than 33-35. Just to give you guys a little bit of the points that we have here, leading the way for Life University is number 2, Micaiah Simmons with 8, followed by number 25, Brianna Sims with 7, and leading the way for Blue Mountain is going to be number 11, Charnita Brooks with 8, as well as number 5, Kristen Guy, and she also has 8. Charnita Brooks not playing as much late in that second quarter and early here in the third quarter, as she has 3 fouls. And it looks like the coaches for Blue Mountain were basically saying the score should be 32-35. They're just double checking with the scorebook. And that's exactly what they're going to change the score to. Ball's going to get inbounded to Guy. Guy lets it fly. 2 seconds. Plenty of time there for her to get a little bit of breath under her. So now it's going to be 38-32 after all of that. 2 seconds left on the shot clock. That was a phenomenal mate there by Kristen Guy. And we're going to have a foul on the floor, and this is going to be number 42, Mackenzie Williams. Excuse me, number 45, Maddie Kirk. And back into the ballgame, number 11, Charnita Brooks. Ball inbounded to Simmons. And Simmons not able to knock down that mid-range, but Robinson, another offensive rebound there for Kenya Robinson, and she's going to go to the free throw line. And in for Blue Mountain, number 4, Deja Pryor. Robinson knocking down the free throw. And that last foul was on number 5, Kristen Guy. 2 for 2 for Robinson. And Kenya Robinson already with 4 offensive rebounds this game, as she has definitely made a difference for her team, allowing extra possessions. And we have a foul away from the ball, and this one's going to be on number 23, Anaya Offit. So shot clock did not reset right there, but Brooks for 3, no good. Offit now pushing in transition. And we're going to have another foul, another quick foul here, and that's going to be the 5th team foul for Blue Mountain, so it should be 2 shots for number 23 off it, and that foul was on number 5, Kristen Guy. And that's going to be her 3rd. Right now, 3 of the starters for Blue Mountain, Brooks, Kirk, and Guy, all with 3 fouls here in the 3rd quarter. And Offit able to get 1 of 2 there from the free throw line, 38-35. Life trailing by 3, and they're going to go right into a little bit of full court pressure here. And that's going to be on number 23, Offit. And Offit now with 3 fouls. So into the ball game, number 1, Dionyse Hurtado. Carlson step back 3, and that one won't go in as it hit the top. Simmons coming out the high ball screen action, and a lot of switching here from guard to guards from Blue Mountain. 8 seconds, Sims That one rimming in and out, but who's there for the offensive rebound? Kenya Robinson, but she could not get that one to fall, and Pryor almost going out of bounds, giving the ball right back to life, but she keeps it in play and almost is still there from Simmons. Brooks now goes up, doesn't get that layup to fall, but that foul is going to be on number 24, Casey Scott. So Brooks back to the free throw line, and she is perfect so far today. Two for two, and Brooks remains perfect from the free throw line. 40-35. Blue Mountain still keeping the lead here in the third quarter. Scott looking to make a move on Carlson, but finds Sims on the handoff. Sims reverse, no good. Offensive rebound, Robinson. It finds Sims. Sims for the quick two. And Life going right into their 1-2-2 full court press. Now back to a 2-2-1. And Blue Mountain gets it across pretty easily there. Williams over to Eccles. Eccles back up top to Brooks. Brooks going downhill and charge. This time Micaiah Simmons taking the charge for her team. And that's going to be the fourth foul on number 11, Charnita Brooks. And if you all didn't get to watch the last game, that was something that Life unfortunately had to deal with against Cumberland University. They had probably well over 8 charges against them last game. So it's good to see that they're now trying to use that in their repertoire on the defensive end in today's game. Simmons downhill, and when she gets pushed, that foul is going to be on number 15, Catherine Eccles. One or two from Simmons. And Life struggling a little bit from the free throw line today. 10-16. Excuse me, 10-17 so far today. They're doing a great job of getting to the free throw line. Now the makes have to come into play, especially as the ball game continues on and it gets a little bit closer. These free throws are really going to matter. 6 seconds left to go. Pryor. Deja Pryor, that one's off. And Scott almost getting fouled, and she let go of the basketball as she almost went to the floor, almost called for a travel. Ball inside to Robinson. Robinson looking to go to work, kicks it back out to Simmons. Simmons, baseline pass, Hurtado. Dianise Hurtado for 3, and that's going to allow Life to take the lead here by 1. As the largest lead for Blue Mountain was by 10, and they've come back and now have the lead by 1 here with a minute left to go in the third quarter. Carlson, great help defense there by Hurtado. Skip pass, Eccles now for 3. We're looking to answer, and she does. Catherine Eccles from behind the arc, and she's had an amazing game so far as well. As she's 3 for 3 from behind the arc today. 43-41, 40 seconds left to go, and Blue Mountain now regaining the lead by 2. Simmons looking to go to work here. Comes off the ball screen action, and Micaiah Simmons doing what she does. Mid-range jumper, and that one falls, tying the game up 43-43. 20 seconds, and Blue Mountain has a chance to hold it for one last possession. Eccles thought about it and gets it over to Carlson. Carlson coming off the high ball screen. We got a moving screen as Mackenzie Williams shifted her feet just a little bit. So now that's going to leave Life University 6.5 seconds for a shot to regain the lead here at the end of the third quarter. Simmons looking to go all the way. Step back. Micaiah Simmons knocking down the last second shot to end the third quarter. And the energy now has shifted over to Life University here in the third quarter, 45-43. Life now in the lead, outscoring Blue Mountain 21-12 in the third quarter alone. And this is what conference play is all about. It gets chippy, things happen. Just there's always something going on during a conference game. Even early on into the season, these games really matter, especially when you're trying to make sure that you can secure yourself into the national championship running late season. And here, Micaiah Simmons has come alive in the third quarter, 13 points so far for her, but having tremendous help from her teammates as Bree Sims, she's done a great job all game long getting downhill and just flying, getting offensive rebounds, defensive rebounds. She's doing it all today, and she has 9 points. Guy all the way, and nope, could not get that one to fall. Now Simmons in transition, kicks it out to Hurtado. Hurtado, a couple dribbles, pulls up baseline. Dionyse Hurtado coming off the bench and making an impact here. Big three in the third quarter and a quick two to start the fourth. Guy over to Walter, swings it to Pryor. Pryor, that one's short, but that one going off the hands of Hurtado. So it's going to remain Blue Mountain basketball. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Guy swings it to Eccles, who's 3 for 3 from the three today, and gets it into Walters. Walters throwing it away. Quick turnover to start the possession for Blue Mountain. And although Blue Mountain is known for forcing turnovers, they do average about 16 turnovers per game. And so far today, they already have 13 turnovers. And that last foul . 2 for 2 from Robinson. She's now connecting at the free throw line. (49-43), Life now leading by 6. Guy on the attack, and we got a charge. Another foul on Kristen Guy. Micaiah Simmons really stepping it up on the defensive end. 2 charges for her already here in this ball game. And I spoke to her after their win against Cumberland University, and after watching her all season long last year, her defense always steps up, and she loves playing defense and allowing that to transition into her offensive game. She takes a lot of pride in it, wants to make sure that she's doing her job and not allowing her man to score, and she just loves when her team gets fired up. Quick pass to Hurtado, and that one's off the back iron. It's always easy to find players that want to play on the offensive end, but when you can find players that love playing defense, it's a major thing. And a big 3 there by number 45, Maddie Kurt. 46-49. Life up 3. Simmons on the drive again, this time foul by number 22, Isabella Carlson. Simmons at the line now for 2. Two for 2 for Simmons. 51-46. Life now has the lead by 5. And Blue Mountain with a couple of their players a little bit in the foul trouble area. Walter going up, and that one just rimming in and out. Brooks and Guy both with 4 fouls, and definitely been their leading scorers for tonight, so they have to play smart on the defensive end. Scott over to Simmons. Simmons looking to get the ball inside to Robinson, but skips it to Sims. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Sims tries to get inside of Robinson. Robinson secures it, and she goes up, misses it. Offensive rebound. And the ref is trying to say that the ball did not hit the rim. It was going to be a shot clock violation. And the ball definitely hit the rim, so it's going to get resetted to 20 seconds. It will remain live basketball here since Robinson did come down with the offensive rebound. Robinson, mid-range, nope. But an offensive rebound, secured now by Carlson. Almost an offensive rebound there by Life. Eccles now pushing, kick out. Kirk for 3, and that one's going to be hard, no good. And there is just a lot of, I'm not sure the word to call it, but just not happiness on either side here today. Fans, teams, coaches not happy with some of the calls that have been called on both ends of the floor here. And as I said, these games just get chippy. Sims inside to Robinson, laying it in for 2. 53-46. And that last foul was called on number 45, Maddie Kirk. Carlson coming off the ball screen with Hurtado. Over to Walter. Walter to Brooks. Brooks now firing away for 3. Charnita Brooks knocking down the triple. Trying to put a stop to the little bit of the damage in the lead getting out of hand. Sims over to Hurtado. Hurtado attacking downhill. And Hurtado having herself a game. Doing it all, 3-pointer, mid-range, and layup. And we have a foul on number 1, Dianise Hurtado. Carlson over to Walter. Brooks just hit the last triple from there, and she's going to attack downhill. And ball got swiped away, but they're going to call a foul. And that foul is going to be on number 2, Micaiah Simmons. And that's going to be the first missed free throw from Brooks tonight, as she's been perfect thus far. And she's able to knock down the next one. Simmons looking to attack. Floater, no good, and ball's going to go out of bounds on number 24, Walter, so it's going to remain Life basketball. Ball inbounded to Scott. Scott stepped through, and great move there by number 24, Casey Scott. Great footwork. She did a great job getting her defender in the air. Nice up and under step through there from number 24, Casey Scott. 57-50. Brooks now with the ball. Kick out. Kirk, who's looking to drive, gets a short corner pass to Walter, no good. And Robinson coming up with the defensive rebound. Ball over to Simmons on the right wing. And we have a quick timeout. And it's going to be a 30-second timeout called by Coach Hawkins at Life University. And it's going to go right into a media timeout here. 57-50, 4.5 left to play here in the ball game. And going into the fourth quarter, Blue Mountain leading Blue Mountain was leading almost 80% of the time throughout the game going into the fourth quarter. And then Life coming out in the third quarter again with a 21-12 margin, point margin there in the third quarter to allow them to regain the lead. And in the fourth quarter right now, leading by 5 on the scoring margin. Coach Hawkins preaches all the time that her biggest thing is that she doesn't want to let her team let up. When they finally put their foot on the pedal, to just keep it down and keep it going. And that's one thing she wants to see her team do in order to pull out this big conference win here at home. .17 on the shot clock. Ball inbounded to Hurtado. Hurtado pick and pop with Robinson. 8 on the shot clock. Robinson tried to get the handoff to Sims, and Eccles comes up with it. Catherine Eccles laying it in on the other end. Simmons swings it over to Scott. Scott looking inside, but swings it to Sims. Sims inside to Robinson, and Robinson, great position on Walter, and she's able to get fouled. And that foul is going to be on number 24, Walter, sending Robinson back to the free throw line. And they're going to do another media timeout here. Kenya Robinson's done a great job getting positioned there on the block against Walter. They've been battling all game, offensively and defensively. Robinson been to the line 8 times tonight, 6 of 8, already 13 rebounds from her. She's already secured a double-double here tonight, 10 points, 13 rebounds, 7 of those 13 rebounds being on the offensive end. And hoping to see her get 2 more points here from the free throw line. Keep in mind, your men will, Running Eagle men are playing immediately following today's game against the women. And they, again, will be facing Blue Mountain Christian University for a conference game as well. Robinson getting the roll in for the first free throw attempt. Two for two, Kenya Robinson. And she's now added 2 more points, so now 12 and 13 to round out her double-double so far, and she still has 3:45 left to go here in the ball game. Carlson, nice hesitation, and she gets the and one. Great control there from Isabella Carlson, and most guards don't know how to do this, but she did a great job of just controlling her pace as she went downhill there, able to allow herself to stop the second help side defender, go in and connect and get the and one there as Robinson trying to come over to block it. And Carlson not able to convert that 3-point play though. And defensive rebound, another rebound there from Robinson. Simmons with the ball, 10 seconds left to go on the shot clock, up to Sims. Sims gets a high post to Robinson. Robinson on the attack to Walter, and no good. Eccles comes down with the rebound and gets it out to Brooks. Brooks now pushing in transition. Carlson for 3, and that one short. Scott now coming down with the rebound. 59-54, a little under 3 minutes left to go here in the ball game. Eight seconds, Simmons out to Hurtado. Hurtado now looking, and she gets it to Sims. Sims has to go up, floater. No good, but Robinson, another offensive rebound, and she gets fouled. And that last foul was on number 15, Catherine Eccles. One or two there from Robinson. It's gonna give another point to Life, 60-54. Freshman guard Offit back into the ball game as well as number 5, Kristen Guy. Eccles for three, and that one's short. But Eccles coming up with the offensive rebound as it was tipped out from Walter. Brooks now for three. No good, and Offit with the rebound. Offit pump fake, baseline, pull up, and that one's going to be off the mark. Eccles now pushing in transition, and she's going to draw the foul. That foul, number 2, Micaiah Simmons, that's her third. Back into the ballgame, number 42, Mackenzie Williams. Catherine Eccles knocking down the clutch free throws. 56-60, a minute and 24 left to go in the ball game. Blue Mountain going right into a full court press. Life able to get it across pretty easily there. Offit doing a great job pulling it back out, running some time off the clock. Sims coming off the high ball screen action. And now she has Williams on her. Sims on the attack. Couldn't get it. Offensive rebound, Robinson. .58 seconds, 18 on the shot clock, and Life's going to take the ball out of bounds underneath. Ball inbounded to Robinson, hand off to Sims. Sims loses it. Eccles gets it up the court to Carlson. Carlson laying it in for two. 2-point ball game. 46 seconds left to go. Robinson up to Scott. Scott to Sims. Sims gets it back up. And Simmons is going to slow it down. And I think Coach Hawkins probably going to call a timeout. Nope, she's going to let them play. We're going to run some time out the clock. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Simmons couldn't get it to fall. So now we have another possession for Blue Mountain. Eccles pushing in transition, and she turns it over, trying to hit Mackenzie Williams on the run. Now Coach Hawkins wants her timeout. Going to look to try to advance the basketball here. 15.8 left to go here in the game. 2-point game. Coach Hawkins looking to advance the ball into the front court to get away from the full court press. This is where it's going to come down to Blue Mountain already into the bonus. So next foul, automatically Life will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. So in this situation, do they go immediately for the foul? Do they try to go for the steals? Life having to make sure that they take care of the basketball and not have any unforced turnovers as they did earlier in the ball game. .8, and ball gets inbounded to number 23, Offit. And I know they were trying to probably get to the ball to Micaiah Simmons, so that's going to take Anaya Offit to the free throw line. as she is 2 of 5 from the free throw line here tonight. So these free throws, at least one free throw does matter, as this is plenty of time for Blue Mountain to come down and shoot a 3. And Offutt knocking down the first one. Second free throw possibly to secure the game, but there's still plenty of time. And that one's short. And Blue Mountain automatically going to call a timeout. They will advance the ball into the front court. In this situation, yes, you can go for a quick 2, but Blue Mountain shooting very well from behind the arc today, as they've made 10 threes so far today. And Catherine Eccles being one of the main people who has shot fairly well, as she's 3 of 4 from behind the arc, as well as Kristen Guy, 3 of 5. I feel if they try to go for a 3, those will be the 2 main players that they look for. Or they go for a quick 2, immediately foul, and then come back down for another quick 2. Life does have 2 fouls to give before they allow Blue Mountain to get to the free throw line. So it could be a chance where Coach Hawkins tells her team, make sure you have a foul before they shoot, just to run some time off the clock. Eccles over to Guy. Guy going downhill. Don't foul on the shot attempt. And Guy couldn't get that one to roll, but gets the quick 2 as she was able to put the offensive rebound. And then they foul quickly on the inbound, and that's going to send number 2, Micaiah Simmons, to the free throw line. Simmons 5 of 6 tonight. And that's going to be the 5th foul on number 11, Turnita Brooks. And first free throw is missed by Simmons. Definitely needs to knock down the second one. Plenty of time for, and I believe head coach for Blue Mountain still has a timeout to advance it. And she knocks down the second one, and she will call the timeout, which will allow her to advance the basketball, giving them plenty of time to run a play for a quick 3. And this will be a 30-second timeout. In this situation right here, there has to be a lot of talking from the defense, making sure if there's any switches, any screens, that they get called out. There can't be any confusion on what you're supposed to do on the defensive end. Once again, Life still has a couple fouls to give before they allow Blue Mountain to get to the free throw line. If they want to make sure that they foul, they have to foul while the ball is in the play and the clock is moving in order to secure a possible win here by 2. Carlson, another good three-point shooter, taking the ball out of bounds. You got to look for her to step back in as well. Ball inbounded to Guy. Guy coming off of Guy for 3, short. And that is your ball game, ladies and gentlemen. 62-60. Life University securing their first conference win of the season against Blue Mountain Christian University. A very fun game to watch here. Leading the way for all scorers with 17 points, number 2, Micaiah Simmons. And then a double-double here for number 6, Kenya Robinson, with 13 points, 16 rebounds. Stick around, as we will have Coach come and talk to us following the game. Coach, big win today, first conference win of the season against a very good team. As we mentioned, we knew rebounding, we knew your offensive strategy and the team executing was going to be big for you all tonight. First of all, just tell me how it feels to have the first conference win today. And speaking for you as your leadership on the floor, I mean, Micaiah Simmons, as we talked last game, started coming alive, and she stepped up here again, 17 points. But let's speak about Kenya Robinson, double-double, huge on the offensive boards tonight. She had 16 overall rebounds, but just speak about her performance and how she was able to really help you guys on the offensive end. Yeah. Awesome. Well, it's good to see her back in it. And then for you guys, first half, I mean, Blue Mountain kind of was able to have the lead, a couple things happening with the refs and stuff to kind of in the first half, but you guys came out with some fire in the third quarter, outscoring them 21-12. Just kind of tell me what was some of the stuff you guys talked about at halftime to allow your team to come out with some spark in the second half. Well, Coach, the composure was there, and you guys were able to pull out a tough win today by 2, and you guys come back for your last game before the Thanksgiving break on Tuesday. So I wish you guys luck, and I'll see you then. All right, guys, make sure you stick around. We will have the men immediately coming into play in 20 minutes, and it's going to be another good game as well.